So, this was game 3 between Azrael and Sarmantine, right? So they went 1-1. They played on Lucifer and they played on Swiss Banking. We'll see if we can cover those later. But this is the first time that we see, and let me go back a little because this is very important. Every infantry movement in the very early stages is very important. I think this is the first time that we're covering this Razor's Edge. You have these contested bases right here, which are essentially 3 turns away for both interrupting and capturing for both bases. And you have a missile silo. And the missile silo is no joke. And they went both with Adder. Is there something weird that Sarmantine does? He goes over here. I feel like you should probably go for this capture over here. But maybe he's prepping something. So that is what Azrael is gonna do, or Astaroth. He's gonna go for that little chain over here. There was a bit of an edit on this map last minute in the middle of the round 1 because there was an imbalance. There was a TA turn advantage. So yeah, kind of sent the pre-deployed infantry over to this base. But anyways, that's some boring stuff. But yeah, it looks like Sarmantine is prepping to just go all in onto this base instead of going for the capture. So passing on 1k already of income that he'll be getting, that he would have gotten next turn, and then the chain as well. So using the, being ahead on this base to send all of it towards this base. I don't know if that's gonna work. This base is a bit more advantaged to get this. I do think if you respond correctly as this player, you can stop it. You can even just use infantry and then make an RD even, because the RD reaches and locks this down in 1 turn. So it's important though that if the fact that Sarmantine, well, actually the infantry over here didn't do too much. Because it wasn't in range of the base. He would have had to send the infantry over to this mountain or this one to then be 2 turns away. But here he was still 3 turns away. So it was more of a delayed cap. Anyways, but Azrael down here in the Amber Blaze goes for the recon. Interesting. Goes for the recon build. Sarmantine not going for the cap over here, instead going towards the base. So that means that Azrael has to respond with his own infantry moving towards there. He can still go for this capture and still be in range, which is kind of nice. And Sarmantine gonna make his own recon on this side as well. So they're kind of mirroring the recons. If Sarmantine would have made the recon over here, he could definitely stop the base cap. I've tried that out. I don't think that recon opening is that good because of that reason. But we'll see what these guys are cooking. Azrael is going to skip on the capture chain here to potentially go for the missile silo or the airport, perhaps foreseeing that he's going to need that missile to either stop this or guarantee his capture. Moving close over here, Sarmantine did not go for the base capture at all, so not sure what the plan was here for that guy skipping this chain. So he's just going down on income pretty much. And now you got the recon here staring. You got the double infantry ready for that base cap. Yes, Azrael also is skipping a lot on income because he didn't go for this, which changed the airport or this. Also, the recon means it's not another infantry, so he's still giving up on income as well. But the whole plan, the whole gamble is to get that base. Hey, Starbright. Yes, indeed, it is another contested base map. And this one is the spiciest of all. So every time going for a poke there on this infantry to leave it injured and position this guy in range of the city, but also in range to interrupt. We'll see if that works out. The problem of doing that, which is more of a safer, I'm gonna go for that income kind of play, is that if it were on the mountain, you can then put it on the city, for example, or here, and then you can reach both tiles, either the shoal or the forest. In this case, you can't. This guy's gonna move over here, and you can only reach 1 tile to interrupt. So we'll see if that plays an important role in this. On the other hand, we have Sarmantine with the 2 infantry and the recon. He's gonna be sent over here to gonna block, and then Azrael can, well, obviously will self-interrupt this capture to go and interrupt here. Gonna get the kill there. gonna start the cap and he's gonna block. I'm not sure why he doesn't block on the forest though. So then this guy would have to attack from the shoal. But hey, will he get the cap with just 1 and 4 HP infantry? 1.4 infantry. We will see. On the other hand, Serpentine interrupts. No, Azeroth interrupts from the forest over here. Gets that 7/6, and has to keep bringing more infantry just to guarantee this, because Serpentine could take this out and then he caps and joins. Oh, actually, that should guarantee the cap. Yeah, this is actually a guaranteed cap because after this guy is gone, he's not gonna have 2 units to hit at this guy. So he's gonna rely on the missile silo to injure this and then hit it back. These recons, man. But again, like, Azrael could have made a recon. Maybe not the last turn, but the previous turn. Did he have funds? Let me go back a second. Okay, he didn't. But it's all over the place because of all the skipping and stuff. And these recon openings really throw everything out the door. I assure you that opening recon on this side can be responded by your own recon on this side, but that is not what we saw happen here. So we're going for that interrupt. Serpentine is gonna go and take that out. And yeah, this is gonna be... Oh, he doesn't join cap. Oh, wow. So he just keeps capping. So that is going to be stopped. So Azrael does not have to use the missile silo. He can just sit there and wait, or go for the airport, actually. You're going to interrupt from the forest. You're going to make a tank now. So will this be enough for Azrael? Because you can cap, join back 10. This recon can go in and take this out. And I guess it will. It won't be enough for Serpentine. It's a similar case here. But if Serpentine would have joint capped, then he would have to use the silo. But Serpentine is not having an infantry there for the silo, so this is going to be a guaranteed cap for Azrael. Just with the 2 infantry and the recon, because this recon was built on this side. If it was built on this side, then it would have been enough to interrupt this. So yeah, that is going to be a base for Azrael, and that is going to be stopped. And I don't know if Serpentine is going to get that base in the end. Infantry is going to stay put there, ready, awaiting orders on when to launch that missile. Serpentine definitely having the more economic approach here from both players, because he does have the chain. He has this. Well, I guess Azrael also has this, but he has 9k against 6. Astaroth is going to have 8k next turn, so he's going to be ahead on a base, but behind an income, and that's not always the best place to be in. Recon, okay, he had 7k. I guess RD build could have been nice. You know, RD here, infantry could be gonna get a hit there, but perhaps looking to, once the base goes through, to then taking out the infantry and sitting on it. That can be the case. Gonna make a mech here. Bit of a dubious build of the mech. Not sure if it accomplishes much. But Azrael made his own preemptive tank over here against this tank. So even if this goes through, I guess, yeah, he could hit from here and then sit on the base, but then the tank can hit from the forest still. So maybe that's why that mech. Damn, the next level mind games. But even then, this infantry can sit on the silo, blocking the mech essentially from hitting back the tank. So yeah, not looking very good here for Serpentine. And the missile is going to be launched by Azrael. It's going to land over here. So why did he use the missile? I guess I'm not sure. Maybe he saw that if not, the recon could move here and then you capture. I think you'd still interrupt it, but it might be a bit too much effort. And there goes the tank and infantry. Perhaps a sort of a guarantee that it can be slowed down as all the infantry are now injured. So it gives you another turn, and even the recon is injured. Gonna get a shot there. So perhaps looking to yeah, just guarantee having his base and denying this one. But Sarmentine still has his missile silo. So, big deal there. Infantry is done with that, so it's going to be moving towards the airport. Airport is going to be important. You really want to get those copters out. It's going to help you with that unit count. There's just so many things to think about in this map. They're going to come in and really lock down this. There's going to be a single infantry for Sarmentine to try to get this base. And you have 2 infantry and a tank. On the other hand, you have a tank, 2 recons, perhaps this tank also that kind of front switched. So can this single infantry, with the support of all these vehicles, get this base? That's going to be the question. This side going to pick that off. That's going to be a dead recon there, but Azrael is probably happy with the job that the recon has done. I'm going to make a nut. Wow, the double base skip tank. Man, why have an extra base if you're going to have to double base skip? What's the point of trying to get more unit count from the extra base? All those sacrifices. Finishing your turn behind an income just to have to double base skip. Damn. That's crazy. Can Sarmentine pull this off with this single infantry? Okay, he gets both attacks. This infantry is still gonna get injured, and you know it. But now we have 2 tanks over here. We have 2 tanks, but you also have the recons. The tanks are gonna have to shoot at the recon first, and then you're gonna get retaliated by this other tank. Complicated. Sarmentine not even going for that silo. That silo is still there, but he's gonna prioritize the airport, confident that he can get this base. Even after getting interrupted here by this infantry, we'll see. Oh, recon didn't die there. Mech gonna get shot at. Oh yeah, maybe that mech. Maybe this could have been another mech, honestly. And then you deter this tank from attacking. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a dubious positioning here, perhaps, by Sarmentine. But gonna get the 7-6. It is still covered by this guy, though. But there goes that sacrifice. And we see that side slip. For the extra firepower? Doesn't get the kill. Is it truly for the extra firepower? One, two, three, four, 5, 6. It must be for the extra firepower. Okay, gets the attack there, so that's at 6. So you would have to leave this guy at 3 next turn. So you need to hit it with a tank. There's no joint cap. Again, there's no extra infantry for Sarmentine. He needs to get this base cap with this guy, or he's probably never getting that base. These recons cannot hit at that guy, but honestly, you can just probably hit with this tank. He's gonna use the side slip. Okay, it's there. Okay. Oh, I guess that works actually. And then you use these guys to block. Dang, okay. That was a bit of a puzzle, actually. Oh, and blocks it in. Blocks in the tank instead of like covering the tails. He actually blocks it, but this is even better because I was thinking putting the 1 HP recon here, but then maybe you could get the 2 HP to finish it off and then the 5 HP attack this guy and maybe leaves it at 3. But this is way better. Now there's no way to take out this 1 HP recon. And yeah, that base is gonna go through. There is no missile silo left for Azrael to use to delay that base. So, and another base skip by Azrael, like having the extra base, but it's been 3 base skips. And he's had it probably for 3 turns, so it really has not paid off. And he's going to end his turn even on income. So wow, what a crazy game. Very different approaches here. And having to back off over here, okay, gonna finish that off. Gonna finish almost the recon. And what did this guy just sat there, I think. Just gonna be a pest. I feel like you could have put it on the city so this guy doesn't attack from the city, right? Yeah, he just waited. I feel like you can probably put it over here. And then this guy is forced to attack from the plains or the shoal. Wow. Crazy. Also, Azrael not having this capture or this capture yet, just like so far behind on that income, it really shows. Serpentine at 13 against 11k income, and now having that infantry in range of that missile silo, like, don't forget he has that missile silo. That missile silo is so important. Hell, you could even take out the base again with the missile silo. And now come the copters. That is going to help so much with the unit count. He could have made, what? 11, he had 13k. I guess, yeah, it was like a tank. Maybe a tank already could have been. But copters going to help with that unit count. And also there's no anti-airs. So you got one tank here supported by this healing tank. Surprised he didn't go for that attack there on the city. And just go for like a 5-5 almost thing. So this is going to be easy pick off here from Azrael. We do have the city flips though, so that income is gonna, well, flip around. But yeah, now you get the 110 essentially. This infantry is gonna look to go for that. Finally, it's day 11 and this still hasn't been capped. I'm gonna get another copter. Gonna get a lot of copters going. They're gonna be very crucial. There's also quite a bit of terrain, right? There's a lot of mountains and forest. So these copters are also very central. Like they're right in the middle, so they can answer to each side. Most importantly, it's gonna be for this weaker side, for this weaker base against the double base. It's gonna be important to pump out some more units. And let's see if somebody uses the missile silo. It could be used over here, perhaps, and then you finish off this tank. But it would be a very weak use of the missile silo. Something that I would expect to see a lot is just holding that missile silo, just forcing the opponent to be like really awkward about positioning, and just always the threat of it is just ever increasingly worse. And eventually, if you have a lot of army, like in an oversight, you can use a missile to break through a position and just get a devastating attack. So just being the player that has it, what the other one doesn't, is so advantageous. Honestly, after all this happened, I kind of prefer to be on Serpentine's shoes right now. Got a mech here covering this infantry from this tank. I think as I was trying to protect the city, I think the city is definitely undefendable. Because it just takes too much time to wrap around and defend, and this base is literally right there. Gonna make another tank. So a bit of a trade here of tanks. And now, after the contested bases have been captured, we're getting into more of a normal-ish game. The map is still wacky as hell, but the silo. Capture is essentially stopped, and Azrael is gonna get that, so that's gonna put him a little bit ahead on income now. Well, a little bit, 17 to 13, because he has this flip. Serpentine desperately trying to stop this. He's gonna finish that off, and yeah, just getting some mech chain going. I guess this could have been an infantry. Not really sure why it was an anti-air, honestly. I don't think it was needed that quickly. Just to like support this city flip. But perhaps also waiting a little bit could have been better, just to have more than one infantry and more than just an 8 HP infantry to capture this. Clockwise, Azrael is doing incredible. 16 minutes in the timer and just 2 minutes for Serpentine. But the unit value is still looking better for Serpentine. Even unit count is looking a bit better. Got the copters just more than a side step away from each other, so they're both kind of like zoning out each other. That is until the anti-airs are going to be in play, so then they can start putting them in each other's face with the support of the anti-air. But it doesn't look like that's what's gonna happen here, unless he like puts it. No. Yeah, no, he can't. If the anti-air was like maybe here, then yeah, he can bring the copter. Meg is gonna stop that. Yeah, leaves it at 2. Has 4 more points. Got the arty maybe to like lock down this. Gonna get the interrupt. There's slowly a buildup of army. The main contestants right now are gonna be these middle properties. You got these as well. That Azrael is trying to stop. Not sure how sustainable that is. You got a good amount of infantry, and then you got the arty coming as well. Here comes a sidestep from Sarmentine. Now, what does he see? I know you could use like the anti to take out the mech, but then you have the mech here. It's probably not a good idea. The copter doesn't reach. You can't reach the anti either. So overall, good positioning here from Azrael against a sidestep. Well, let's see. Oh, he's gonna use the missile silo. Oh, wow. Not super convinced about that, about the missile silo. A bit of a preemptive, like too early of a silo perhaps. Oh man. Also maybe this shot right there. Oh, because no, it's still gonna be in range of that arty. I guess you can bring the arty and point at that arty, but you still have this copter right there. Okay, I mean it's not that bad actually. This arty can still shoot at that arty, and then this is gonna shut down. You can really go for these things of arty locking down the base, but I don't think this is the case right here. You also have this copter that's pointing at that, so it could get a shot there. You have the anti-support, so we'll see what Azrael's response is gonna be over here. Gonna go for that cap, gonna go for this cap as well, going all out from Sarmentine with just 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes, and he literally ran out of, like, he had 2 seconds left. So obviously not gonna be the best plays, but he saw a window and he took it. We'll see if it pays off. Azrael is gonna use his power. Let's see. And they're gonna come in and interrupt that. Copter. Okay, he's gonna get the breakthrough there so that this tank can attack the arty, I believe. And now he doesn't even have to shoot with arty. He can pull it back. He can probably put it like right here and just defend the anti-air, the copter. Finish that off. Stop that. There's no infantry supporting over here. So pretty much shifting everything from the right towards the middle, and probably also towards the left to just save the one base. The double arty build from Sarmentine is pretty funny. Gonna poke at those guys and just gonna make some more infantry to deny this flip. He really is gonna try to hold that income. Now that Sarmentine has used that silo, that card is no longer in Sarmentine's hand. So Azrael should be able, if he can stabilize and prevent anything nasty from happening here, it should be looking very good for Azrael, because he has that income lead. That's 17 to 13. He is stopping this cap. He is stopping this flip. So that income difference, that 4K, is very big, and it will matter in a couple of turns. As long as he doesn't take bad engagements, of course. This arty, ooh, that's a greedy arty right there. I was thinking of putting it right here, but he wants to protect the tank. Ooh. I believe there's a way, I think there's a turn here that Sarmentine could take where you move off this guy, you move off the 5 HP arty, and then you take out this tank with copter, like copter and tank. Anti comes in, takes out this copter, and you can probably hit this arty with this copter, and then, you know, these 3 are dead, and you can bring this arty onto this forest and just lock down this. So we'll see if he does that. He does bring the arty to lock down the base. He does take out the arty. Wow, that was a kill? Dang. Oh, I guess because of the support of this guy, but that does mean that he cannot take out this tank. And also, yeah, also went for this kill, so he's not gonna go for the copter. Oh man. He goes for the copter attack hit there, but this is an exposed arty. Ooh, no, and this tank should have been over here so he can block. I think now Azrael should be, I think he can hit here and then attack this arty. No blocking, wow. I'm just gonna keep attacking here. all these injured foot soldiers. It's good for Azel. I think eventually you can make a tank or something. The mechs are a problem though, so maybe he needs to make something else. He does have 21k though. So he could make a medium tank if he wanted. But down goes that copter and finishes that off. And it looks like he's not gonna strike that already. But he's stopping that. He makes a medium tank on this base. So yeah, that is going to withstand an arty shot. And it doesn't seem to me like this base is going to go down. You got all these tanks that came from the right side. And I got 5 tanks, a medium tank and an anti-air. Only a 6 HP copter. Even base skipping over here for Sarmentine. I don't see this going through this flip. You also have the com tower threat as well. Only a 6 HP infantry can temporarily interrupt it. Perhaps this 9 HP now with a side slip. That's what he's going to do. And now with a 6, leaves it at 2. Okay. He's going to take out a tank over there. This city has not been flipped yet. He's going to bring that second arty and gets all these first strikes, but they're all in range of the medium tank. And I think this medium tank should be able to bust this through. He's going to make his own medium tank as well. Oh, man. I mean, even if this medium tank doesn't finish it off, you can use this guy or this guy, and then you attack this arty, and then you can make your own arty, and then you like, does this arty shoot at the medium tank or does it shoot at the arty? And like, going for the lab here with a 6 HP infantry, you know that's not going to go through. You can wait all the time you want. He's going to sacrifice that. Okay. In comes the medium tank. Boom. Uses the side slip, and yeah, bonk. He's at a 4. Okay, stops that. Even gets a hit there. So now you're going to make a copter, another base skip, a double base skip by Sarmentine just to get that medium tank. As a response, like to defend the arties from the medium tank. Not even from this tile, because I don't think he has charge for a side slip. Perhaps he was expecting Azrael to... Honestly, no, I think the medium tank is just a bad build. Because... like, maybe it was so that this medium tank could respond if the medium tank attacks from this forest. But it couldn't reach there. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like... I guess maybe if he used his Sidewinder, he like took out the tank with double tank and then medium tank on the forest. I don't know. Still very, very dubious. Everything is just so good for Azel. Ever since that missile usage and that power, and even the following turn, not getting the copter and the arty kill, I think it is just a downhill battle here for Sarmentine. Got the medium tank on the city, nice defensive tile, got this blocking down the forest. That unit count is starting to go down. He's still ahead on army value, but I don't know, it's not looking good. Unit count, better for Azrael. Got another side slip here. Okay. Am I gonna get taken out? Maybe he can get the side slip to attack that recon again. But there's a bit too many infantry over here. This city is heavily on the threat. It's at 4 HP, so you're gonna need 2 units to stop that. And also you have to stop this com tower, so you have to pick your poison here. Do you lose your com tower or do you give up another K income? Sarmentine did, however, get to flip this, so now we're at 16 to 14K. Army value is pretty similar. So maybe there's a chance. Getting a hit there, now both arties are injured, so double medium tank, like medium tank chain and copter, like this is just not gonna go through. The army is just stronger here for Azrael than it is for Sarmentine. There's literally 1 infantry. We got another side step here by Sarmentine, but I would expect a GG right here on this turn. Like, oh, even goes for that. Do you stop the com tower? You can't even stop it now. Dang, gets the shot there. I mean, that is still not bad. This medium tank would have to shoot from here, but you can use the copter and then hit it with a medium tank. And there goes the missile and the resign. What a bloodbath, man. Crazy. This map is crazy. This map is absolutely bonkers. Hey, Umita from the future here. So this match was part of the qualifiers of the Anonymous Player Cup 2, APC2 for short, that I'm hosting. It's a live standard tournament of Advance Wars. The top 8 players from these qualifiers will be playing in the main event, but they will play with new names. Their identities will be hidden to everyone, even the players themselves. I'm trying to stream weekly to cover most of the qualifiers. You're more than invited to join in on the fun. Just stay alert to the YouTube streams on this channel, which will only happen over the weekends, so Saturdays or Sundays. But most importantly, the main event will be played live and live stream along with awesome co-casters on November 8, 9, 15, and 16. It would mean the world to me to see you there supporting the players and the community overall. Thank you. Bye bye.